Okay, think about the most consumed food in the entire world,
I mean, it's got to be French fries, obviously.
right? It's literally right there in the name. But what if I told you that the most famous potato dish on Earth is actually named after the entirely wrong country?
Wait, hold on. So they aren't from France? Not even close. We're talking about what is arguably Europe's most quietly extraordinary country. We're diving into Belgium. And to Belgians, deep frying potatoes isn't just, cooking. It is a literal national art form.
Over there, they call them frites. And you better believe they serve them with mayonnaise, never ketchup.
Okay, so why on earth do the rest of us call them French fries?
It was a massive geographic misunderstanding. During World War I, American soldiers encountered these amazing golden potatoes in the French-speaking region of Belgium. They assumed they were in France, the inaccurate name stuck, and the rest is history.
Okay, my mind is already blown. But it gets weirder. Think about every luxury health resort in the world. They all have a spa, right?
Exactly.
But spa isn't just some generic wellness word. Every single luxury wellness center owes its name to the actual Belgian city of Spa. It's this small town that became wildly famous for its natural mineral springs. We're talking centuries of European royalty flocking there just to bathe.
And the surprises literally just keep coming. Flash forward to 1840. A Belgian instrument maker named Adolphe Sax sat down in his workshop and, well, he invented what would become one of the single most recognizable instruments in the history of music, the saxophone. Oh, and his birthplace, the town of Dinant, absolutely refuses to let you forget it. If you visit today, you'll find this entire bridge completely lined with giant saxophones, painted in every wild color imaginable. It's such a surreal, vibrant tribute to a hometown hero who genuinely changed music forever.
So they gave us the sax, the spa, and the frites. But the country itself, it is incredibly complicated. Belgium doesn't just have one language, or even two. They officially recognize three. There is a massive, very real divide between the Dutch-speaking North, the French-speaking South, plus the smaller German-speaking minority. And this isn't just some fun cultural quirk, it literally defines everything about how the country operates day to day.
And that cultural divide runs so incredibly deep that it leads to a staggering reality.
Try 541 days. That is exactly how long Belgium once went without a functioning government. Because the political factions just couldn't agree, the country simply ran on autopilot. 541 days. That is the world record for the longest period any democratic country has ever gone without a government.
Honestly, that language divide makes just driving around the country an adventure in itself. Major cities have completely different names depending on which side of the linguistic border you're currently driving on.
Right, like if you're a French speaker heading to Antwerp, you follow signs pointing to Anvers. But the second you cross into Dutch-speaking territory, those signs suddenly say Antwerpen. The French Liège suddenly becomes the Dutch Luik. The road signs only show the local language, which means it is genuinely possible to get completely lost while technically still driving in the exact same country.
But despite all that language chaos, geographically speaking, they are situated right at the crossroads of history.
Absolutely. Take the Battle of Waterloo. Napoleon Bonaparte's legendary final defeat? Yeah, that happened in a Belgian field just south of Brussels. The entire Napoleonic era, a period that violently reshaped the entire globe, met its absolute end right there in 1815.
Now, you would think the national landmark of such a historically vital place would be, I don't know, a massive triumphal arch or a towering monument. Nope. Brussels' most famous landmark is the Manneken Pis.
Yes, it is literally a bronze statue of a small boy urinating into a fountain. Tourists travel from all over the globe to see this thing, and their first reaction is almost always pure shock because it is unbelievably small. We're talking just 61 centimeters tall. But the city loves them so much. Local officials regularly dress him up, and he has a wardrobe of over 1,000 different costumes. No joke.
Speaking of whimsy, Belgium holds the highest density of comic artists per square kilometer anywhere on planet Earth. We are talking over 700 professional creators living and working there.
Some of the most globally famous, universally recognized characters were born right here in the brilliant minds of Belgian artists. Tintin, the Smurfs, Lucky Luke.
And the country's love for this medium is so profound that if you walk through Brussels, you will see massive building facades painted with vibrant comic strip murals. It is literally like walking through a living, breathing graphic novel.
But underneath the comic strips and the peeing statues is a serious geopolitical powerhouse.
Right. Brussels is the headquarters for both the European Union and NATO, and because of this, it actually hosts more diplomats and foreign press correspondents than Washington, D.C. The small city punches incredibly far above its weight class on the global stage.
Now, how do all those high-level diplomats unwind after a long day of global politics? Probably with a local beverage.
And man, do they have options. Belgium produces somewhere between 800 and 2,000 distinct, unique varieties of beer. That number is so huge and so wonderfully fluid that nobody can actually agree on the exact count, mostly because new, incredible brews are popping up constantly.
And it's not just about a staggering quantity either. It is about absolute elite quality. Out of the 11 officially recognized Trappist beers in the entire world, these are some of the most coveted, tightly regulated beers on Earth, brewed exclusively by monks inside monasteries. 6 of them are completely Belgian. So, let's recap. They gave the world fries, the Sachs, the Spa, and the Smurfs, all while quietly running Western geopolitics.
Exactly. Yet the country sits there perfectly happy with a tiny peeing boy as its symbol. It truly is Europe's most underestimated, quietly extraordinary place.
It really is. And honestly, it leaves you wondering, what other quietly extraordinary wonders are we completely underestimating every single day?